Go ahead and get started. It's just a couple minutes after. I have 10:03. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. My name is David Martin. I'm Chair of the Commission on Teacher and Administrator Education, Certification, and Licensure and Development. Present at MDE 4th floor, Jackson, Mississippi. This is a regular meeting of the Commission being held today, Friday, November 5th, 2021 at 10 a.m. pursuant to Mississippi Code annotated 25-41-5 with some commissioners present via teleconference. Notice of this meeting, including date, time, place, and purpose of the meeting, has been posted. An audio recording is being made of this meeting, and minutes of the meeting will be recorded. So, call to order, meeting at 10:04, Friday, November 5th, 2021. We're going to establish a quorum. As I call names of commission members, please state the location of your presence for this meeting, so make sure to check you're muted as we're going through. Jamie Creel. My eyes are bad. I'm having trouble reading the little names.
I don't see him.
Okay. William Hamilton.
William Hamilton, Oxford, Mississippi.
Thank you, sir. Mary Hill Taylor.
Mary Hill Taylor, Bailey, Mississippi.
Thank you. John Howard. Kim Hubbard.
Kim Hubbard, Jackson, Mississippi.
Thank you. Dr. Teresa J. Rowe.
Teresa J. Rose, Starkville, Mississippi.
Thank you. Ms. Rilla Jones. Dr. Burnell Kelly.
Burnell Kelly, Passport, Mississippi.
Thank you. Dr. Teresa Poole.
Teresa Poole, Jackson, Mississippi.
Thank you. Dr. Shelley Simmons.
Shelley Simmons, Gulfport, Mississippi.
Thank you. Rebecca Gray.
Rebecca Gray.
Rebecca Gray,
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Etta Taplin.
Mississippi.
Thank you, ma'am. A quorum of the commission is present at the location stated for conducting a meeting through teleconference means. So appreciate everybody signing in today. All right, to begin with, we have approval of minutes from the September 10th meeting. Commission of Teacher, Administrator, Education, Certification, Licensure, and Development. I don't have a list of those names. We didn't write those down. Full meeting, okay. Just a reminder, you had to be present in those meetings in order to vote. So if we have any discussion, please identify yourself. Anything for the record. Oh, I'm sorry. All members can vote on those for full minutes. No discussion? Motion for approval?
Motion, Kim Hubbard.
Thank you, ma'am. Need a second?
Second, Teresa Poole.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, we'll take a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
If you're on the video, you can just raise your hand.
We need to see it where we see everyone. Is there a way to do that?
We'll work on some technology stuff, see if we can see everybody. We only see a few on our screen. All right, while we're doing that, any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, item number 4, approval of minutes from September 29th meeting. That's a special call meeting, Commission of Teacher, Administrator, Education, Certification, Licensure, Development. Any discussion on the minutes from that meeting? All right, need a motion for approval.
Motion for approval, Etta Taplin.
Thank you, ma'am. Need a second?
Second, Rebecca Gray.
Second, William Hamilton.
Thank you both. All right, all those in favor?
All right, so a bunch of ours are not showing their videos. Have to be vocal
Okay.
in their vote.
If you're not using your camera, obviously you won't be able to raise your hand, so make sure you're vocal when you vote. Do they need to call their name when they do that as well?
No, we just need to hear it.
Okay, just need to make sure you're vocal when we hear it, so make sure your mute is unmuted so that we can get that on record. All right, we'll do that again. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? Was that in opposition?
No, I was voting yay.
Okay,
This is
thank you.
Mary Taylor.
Appreciate it. Yeah, there's sometimes a little lag on our end, so appreciate that. So, no opposed, motion carries. All right, then we go to item number 5, approval of the hearing subcommittee minutes from October 14th. The members that were present that day, Dr. Kelly, Dr. Simmons, and Mrs. Gray, those will be the ones to vote. So with that, we'll have a motion for a approval from those.
Motion to approve.
Dr. Kelly.
Gotcha. Second?
Second, Rebecca Gray.
Thank you, ma'am. All those in favor? Those present?
Aye.
Thank you.
Members of the commission, for item 5 and item 6, it is only the subcommittee members who attended that meeting who would vote and who can make the motion in second. So Dr. Kelly, Rebecca Gray, and Dr. Simmons. So if we can take that vote again, because other people raised their hands as well.
Certainly. You just need to carry. We got the first and the second.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so again, just those three. So all those in favor of those three?
Aye.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Got to get our paperwork in order. All right, again, item number 6, approval for hearing of the subcommittee minutes, and only those participating on October 28th. So Dr. Simmons, Dr. J-Rowe, and Dr. Poole. That'll be the only 3 to discuss and vote. So any discussion on those minutes? All right. Entertain a motion to approve.
Teresa Poole, motion to approve.
Thank you. Need a second from those 3.
Teresa J. Rose, second.
Thank you. And again, just those 3. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. All 3 voted in favor, so we'll say no opposition. Motion carries. All right, on adoption of agenda, item number 7, we do have a couple changes there. On item number 12, that is going to change from approval to begin APA. So just a slight wording change there. So instead of just approving it, approving to begin the APA process on item number 12. And on item number 13, we want to remove it completely. That'll be in a future meeting. Item number 13 be removed for a future meeting, and 12 be changed from approval to begin APA. So with those 2 changes, any discussion on the adoption of the agenda? All right, then we'll need a motion to approve the adopted agenda, or excuse me, the amended adopted agenda, I guess.
Motion to approve, Kim Hubbard.
Thank you, ma'am. Need a second?
Second, Mary Hill Taylor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries with the adopted agenda. All right, item number 8, Mississippi Department of Education updates. Dr. Corey Murphy.
Yes,
Good morning,
sir.
sir.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. I'll be very brief. Just wanted to make you aware that we have several projects underway in the Division of Educator Licensure, but overall in the Office of Teaching and Leading, Dr. Burson and Dr. Van Cleve will be providing updates at future meetings for the most part. And then I'll provide in-depth updates on some of the projects that we have going in licensure, but just wanted to mention a couple that we have going in the area of licensure, and that's with regard to improving the level of service that we actually provide to educators seeking information via the telephone. We're in the process of actually establishing our agency's first full call center, and so that is being established now, the physical location, but also going through the process of actually hiring workers for serving in that, or customer service representatives for that call center, so that we can better serve those that are seeking information over the phone. We are also in the process of actually updating or seeking to update the ALMS system, Educator Licensure Management System, to kind of modernize that and make it more user-friendly and so on and so forth for all those that are end users of the system, as well as those within MDE that actually utilize the system. But we're looking to also increase the number of staff members in the area of licensure so that we can bring about more efficiency with the processing of those thousands upon thousands of requests we receive each year. So nonetheless, as we continue to progress down this path, we'll definitely provide you with more details about how each of those projects are going and what it looks like, and also be calling on some of you and other stakeholders to actually participate in various phases of the process. All right, and that's all I have today.
Yeah, appreciate that. I know there'll be some excited folks out there.
Yes, sir.
Hear that.
We're excited too.
All right, item number 9, approval to begin the Administrative Procedures Act process to revise Mississippi Admin Code 7.4, Part 4, licensure guidelines for K-12 to modify the existing pre-teaching coursework requirement for all Mississippi Board of Education approved alternate route programs. So, Dr. Burnson, I believe, is going to give us an update on that.
Good morning, Chairman Martin, Dr. Murphy, and Commission members. It's good to see you. It's good to be with you today to bring forth some items that we feel are really important to the work and the programmatic changes that we need to make across the state to ensure that we have those highly effective teachers in the classroom. And the first item that we're bringing to you today, as Mr. Martin mentioned, is this requirement that we want to, or this request to change programmatic requirements for alternate route programs for pre-teaching coursework from 6 hours to 9 hours. Currently, our alternate route candidates take 2 courses, classroom management, data analysis and evaluation, prior to beginning their year-long internship. We are requesting today that we add an introduction to special ed course to this sequence of courses. As you remember from September, we made some modifications. You recommended some modifications for special ed licensure. And so we're trying to strengthen across the board supports for our teachers, our pre-service teachers in the area of special education and working with students with disability. And this will be something that will be consistent across all licensure programs. Currently, our traditional programs, all candidates have to take an introduction to special education, and this will just continue that across all programs.
Good deal, thank you. All right, any discussion or questions for Dr. Burnson? Okay. This time, I'll entertain a motion for approval. Please be sure to identify yourself for the record.
Motion, Etta Catherine.
Thank you, ma'am. Second?
Second, Burnell Kelly.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Okay. Any opposed?
Aye.
Who was the last one? I'm sorry.
William Hamilton.
Hamilton. Was that for or against?
Boy.
Okay. It was just a little late coming in on our end. Thank you. All right, that motion will carry then. Thank you. All right, item number 10, approval to begin the Administrative Procedures Act process to revise Mississippi Admin Code 7-4, Part 4, licensure guidelines to K-12 to modify the existing Masters of Arts in Teaching Elementary Ed 4 through 6 Mississippi Board of Education approved alternate route program to include an elementary education K through 6 option. Dr. Burson?
Thank you. Again, this is in September, I mentioned to you that we've been working collaboratively with our ed prep providers for a good long time on some of these revisions, and what we're bringing to you today is just the fruit of that labor. And so with that said, we currently have a 4 through 6 licensure 117 for alternate route for candidates to teach in the lower grades. In September, you may recall that you approved that supplemental endorsement for elementary education, whereby candidates that hold an existing license could add the supplemental endorsement for elementary. What we wanted to do was just to take this a step further in our alternate route, Masters of Arts in Teaching, to allow for that endorsement to be the 120 code, which is K through 6. And you will notice in this proposal, they will have the pre-teaching coursework that we just mentioned with that additional special education course, their internship of 6 hours. You'll notice that the next piece is that supplemental reading endorsement that you approved the last time with those 4 courses. Again, I hope you see where we're trying to create alignment and consistency across programs. And then the science, technology, engineering, STEM course that was a part of that endorsement for elementary. And then since this will be a Master's of Arts in Teaching, there should be a research component within that. So this would be the course sequence that would comprise the full Master's of Arts in Teaching, 33 hours, which would lead to a AA licensure 120. However, if candidates did not complete the full Masters of Arts in Teaching, they would still qualify for the 117 4 through 6. This also requires the passage of Foundations of Reading as well as the elementary content praxis.
Thank you. Any questions, Dr. Burson? All right, we'll entertain a motion for approval. Please identify yourself for the record.
Motion to approve William Hamilton.
Thank you, sir. Second?
Second, Rebecca Gray.
Thank you. Any discussion on that? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item number 11, approval to begin the Administrative Procedures Act process to revise Mississippi Admin Code 7-4, Part 4, licensure guidelines K through 12 to modify the existing Masters of Arts in Teaching Special Education K-12 Mississippi Board of Education approved alternate route program. Dr. Burson.
Again, more modifications, and again, this is something that we've been working collaboratively with our ed prep providers as well as our Office of Special Education here at the department. Currently, we have 2 institutions with a Master's of Arts in Special Education, and we will be working with those 2 institutions if this item is approved through the APA process to bring their programs up to this standards. So what we're proposing here for the Masters of Arts in Special Education will be, as was in the elementary, the pre-teaching coursework of 9 hours and the internship. If candidates so select to end their matriculation there, they can be licensed under the alternate route that we have now that is not a Master's of Arts in Teaching, it's just alternate certification. And those candidates would be eligible for a 712 licensure. However, if they earn the full Master's of Arts in Teaching, which consists of the course sequence that you see, and you'll find that there are 12 hours focused on literacy, which aligns with 12 hours in the Master's of Arts for elementary. with an eligibility requirement for students with disabilities course, which would look deeply at each of the exceptionalities, a STEM course, and again, a research and law course for special education that would comprise the complete Masters of Arts in Teaching at 33 hours. And this licensure would be K-12.
Chairman, I'd just like to add, if approved, the only change that you'll see to the language is from Mississippi Board of Education to State Board of Education, where it's referenced within the document.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy. Yes, in the document, in the papers that were presented before you, it should say SBE instead of MBE.
All right, so that slight change, make sure to note that. And it's just an editorial change.
Yes, sir.
Just trying to line things up from those boards. All right, any other discussion or questions? All right, we'll entertain a motion for approval.
Motion to approve, Burnell Kelly.
Thank you. Second?
Second, Kim Hubbard.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Item number 12, and again, this one had an edit to the agenda. Approval to begin the APA to modify the existing literacy coursework requirements for Mississippi Board of Education approved elementary education K through 6 licensure track programs. Dr. Burson?
Yes, and this will be for APA for Title VII, Part 107, which is the EPP Process and Performance Guidelines of 2021. Currently, our elementary candidates are required to have 15 hours of literacy. In a program review of those 15 hours, we found great inconsistency across the programs other than Literacy 1 and 2. As you'll recall, in September, you approved the supplemental K-12 reading endorsement of 12 hours, which was Literacy 1, Literacy 2, reading and writing across the curriculum, and the assessing and diagnosing of reading difficulties in children. With that said, in saying that we are requesting a decrease, actually what we are requesting will yield an increase in consistency across the program. This way, all of our EPPs, all of our elementary candidates, licensure 120, will have the same 4-course sequence for literacy. In a program that's already very packed and very highly managed, as we do our elementary program, this will give our EPPs another 3 hours in which they may find some flexibility in their program to use it for something else. But we feel like we have a very strong sequence in the 4 courses that you approved for the supplemental endorsement, and we will now just embed that within the elementary program 120.
Any questions? We'll entertain a motion for approval. Again, please identify yourself.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Edith Rathman.
Thank you. Second?
Second, Rebecca Gray.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, item number 13 has been removed from this agenda. We'll have it in a future meeting. So do I change my numbers up?
When the minutes are, they'll be.
We'll move on to what was currently in our file. Item number 14, approval ratification orders and agreed upon orders and voluntary surrenders. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Chairman Martin, Dr. Murphy, ladies and gentlemen of the commission. I'm Scott DeYoung, and I serve as the Director of Educator Misconduct Evaluations at the Mississippi Department of Education. I have one agreed order I would like to present for your consideration today. In the matter of educator license number 246292, Jacqueline Manette has executed an agreed order acknowledging violating Standard 10 of the Mississippi Educator Code of Ethics and standards of conduct by resigning or otherwise breaching respondent's contract with the Jackson Public School District. And respondent's educator license will be suspended from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. Respondent shall be eligible for reinstatement upon conclusion of the suspension period and must petition for reinstatement of respondent's educator's license pursuant to Mississippi Code annotated 373214A without the necessity of a hearing. OEM, Office of Educator Misconduct Evaluations, respectfully requests that the commission consider this agreement, this agreed order for ratification.
Thank you, sir. Any questions? We'll entertain a motion for approval.
This one should actually be to accept.
Oh, I'm sorry. Motion to accept and ratify.
Motion to accept and ratify Mary Hill Taylor.
Thank you. Second?
Second, William Hamilton.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Item number 15, other business, discussion approval of 2021 dates for the regular meetings of the Licensure Commission. Those are listed in your paperwork. January 7th, March 4th, May 6th, July 8th, September 9, and November 4 are the dates they're looking at. Any discussion on those dates? All right. Motion for approval to accept those dates?
Motion to approve, Kim Hubbard.
Second?
Second, Lisa J. Rose.
Thank you. Any other discussion on those dates? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, moving on to item number 16, adjournment. Any discussion on adjournment? That one's always an easy one. We'll need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Rebecca Gray.
Thank you. Second?
Second, William Hamilton.
Thank you, sir. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Appreciate everybody's time and being out there today and doing what you do for the department. Appreciate the department's job and getting everything together and making these meetings run as smooth as they do. So